Hello everyone. I'm going to do a short tutorial on how to do an interactive document. I'm going to keep it short and sweet, only concentrating or focusing on the main elements that you need in order to have an interactive PDF. I'm going to concentrate on a PDF format at this point in time. So to begin with, I'm going to just give you a short tour of the document. As a matter of fact, I have a single document laid out in horizontal fashion like so. I only have 6 pages, and we see a cover, we see a table of contents page, then we quickly jump to the first main article, which has 2 pages by the way, and then we have a second feature article. Okay, so everything's been laid out. I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty of the laying out of the page elements. You should know that by now. I'm going to just focus on the interactive side of things. So the first thing I want to do is make sure that I have the interactive for PDF workspace set up on my InDesign. I also want to add paragraph styles, of course, and character styles in order to make sure that I have all of the panels that I will need. I've included some interesting paragraph styles. As you can see here, this actually looks like a link, so it will visually tell the viewer that they should click on that link. Something will happen if they click on that. So it's important to visually give some clues as to what's going to happen, interactively speaking. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to link this particular subtitle to the feature article called Top Destinations. Now there are 2 ways in which I can do that. Remember that we're talking about PDFs only. So one way I can do it is by setting up a bookmark, and another way is by setting up a hyperlink destination. So let's start with the hardest of the 2. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to navigate to my first article, which is top destinations. As you can see, we have top destinations here on the cover and top destinations here on page 3 of the document. So in order to create a hyperlink destination, I'm going to double click inside of this text, insert my text cursor like so, and then I need to go to the hyperlinks panel and select new hyperlink destination. I'm going to call it, in this case, before I call it anything, I'm going to set this as a page type of destination, and I'm going to call it top destinations. That will assure me that I'm going to recognize this destination very quickly. Now everything else stays like this, and simply I will click on OK, and that's it. So I've created my first hyperlink destination. Unfortunately, there's not a table or a panel where I can see my destinations. I can pretty much just play by ear in this case. The second thing I'm going to do is go back and take a look at this subtitle, Extreme Sports. So this is actually a second feature article I have here on page 5, Extreme Sports. In order to link to this article, in this case, I'm going to just be creating a bookmark. So making sure that the bookmarks panel is visible, I'm going to just click on this little thumbnail here to create a new bookmark. I'm going to call this Extreme Sports, like so. Hit the Enter key, and that's all it takes to create a bookmark. So now I have everything I need in order to link these 2 titles to their corresponding articles. So the first thing I'm going to do is select this text frame, go to the buttons, here it is, buttons and forms panel, and simply click on the convert to button. That's it. So I've just created my first interactive button. I'm going to do the same thing with the Extreme Sports. Perfect. Go back to top destinations, and this time I need to link it to something, and I'm going to do that via the actions. So here I'm going to say go to destination, and I think we can get the point where I can say, well, what destination? It'll be this one, top destinations. Perfect. That's all I really need to do in that case. I'm going to do the same thing here. Oops, with the Extreme Sports, create an action, a go to destination action, and select Extreme Sports. So really that's all there is to it. Now I'm going to save. This time I'm going to save as links and just put it right in here. Perfect.